Hello and welcome back to Nightcaps and Nostalgia. As always, I am your delightful host, Poe. And with me,
Nathan. So, today we're doing the Darkwatch re-rank that we've been talking about or hinting at for what, like 2-3 weeks now?
is that what you call it? Teasing?
Teasing.
Don't edge them too much, okay?
Yeah, no, this is basically my idea, because as we've ranked more and more games since Darkwatch, I feel like Darkwatch is maybe sitting up there a little too high. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back through, me personally, do a complete playthrough with the light side powers to see if that changed the game at all, made it easier, harder, whatnot.
Yeah.
And then play some local multiplayer, and then come back with a new opinion.
I forgot about the multiplayer we played with Christian.
Yeah, we did not record that.
Yeah, we played that while we were over there doing the two D&D episodes that we did for Warriors of the Eternal Sun. Christian did not like the multiplayer. I don't feel bad spoiling that because he is not ranking any games with us. He did not enjoy that one bit.
No, it's more of an arcade. I guess let's jump into it.
I mean, that's what we're here for, baby.
Yeah, so we started off, or we'll start with the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, as it turns out, fun fact, my Xbox controller port 3 just doesn't work.
Yeah, that was...
So we were not able to get a 4-player multiplayer session in, but we did get a 3-player in.
Yes.
Which did what I needed it to do.
Threesomes are the bestums, I've heard so. Anyway, the look you just gave me.
Damn it. No, I think it controlled fine. I think they were trying to do something unique with the vampire powers.
Yeah.
And it was more... The problem I had with Darkwatch's multiplayer is it lacked a sense of identity. And what I mean by that, there were levels that you could use vampire powers with. There were levels that you couldn't use vampire powers with.
Yes.
There were more arcadey, like, tight deathmatch arenas where you were just literally spawning on top of people. And then there were, like, giant open maps made for, like, objective-type games. And, like, having variety is nice, but the lack of consistency in the... It's not like Halo, right? Where you can, like, go in and create your own custom multiplayer types and be like, hey, I want this game mode not to have shields. I want this game mode not to have this gun. I want it to only have this gun. Darkwatch literally tied that to the level you were playing.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, as I often am.
Yeah.
When it comes to Darkwatch, even when I ranked it in the past and when I'm reiterating here, is a Halo clone. It's a game that took a lot of concepts from Halo and didn't really expand on any of them. The only new thing they really introduced is, like you're talking about, the vampire powers.
Yeah.
And they're all right. They're fine. I mean, you and I both kind of ended up gravitating towards different powers.
Yeah.
I am the dark side playthrough that we have on the channel, and ended up not really liking any of the powers until we got the final dark side one, which I thought was actually fucking really good. Should have gotten it earlier. Like, that was way too late in the game to give me an ability that just wiped the floor with everyone. I barely got a chance to use it and really utilize it, you know? Whereas, you said during a light playthrough, you really enjoyed the first unlock, which isn't that kind of ironic, right?
Stop mansplaining my opinions, okay? I can talk for myself.
Feel free.
No. But yeah, no, just to be clear, that kind of wraps up the multiplayer talk. Because, like, that game was made in an era when Xbox Live for the original Xbox was still active. Now it with modding it is, but we're not fucking with that. So basically you're stuck with local multiplayer system link.
The local multiplayer is not worth playing. It's not.
It's
not worth playing. There are other better games to play on an Xbox with 2 or more people.
It's not the worst multiplayer experience I've ever had, but you'd be better suited to spend your money on something else if you want to have 4 people surrounding an Xbox, right?
To be very serious here for a second, we literally played a couple games of Darkwatch,
and then went to play Halo,
and then played Halo afterwards as a palate cleanser. Because, like,
yeah.
Oh my god, this sucks. This isn't that great. Mind you, I think I won every game of Darkwatch that we played.
You know what? There's no recording of that. No one's here to tell the tale.
Sure.
But yeah, that sums up my opinion on the multiplayer.
Yeah, I was surprised you had an opinion on the multiplayer. Mine was, it's bad, it's not worth playing. To the single player, though.
I went through and decided to, by myself, off the channel, play through the light side of the campaign. By making all, like, good choices, air quotes.
Yeah.
It's funny because the good powers, in my opinion, were the opposite of you with the dark powers. Were like, I think the first power they give you for the light side is the best one they give you. It's so fucking good. I could not tell you what the other light powers are right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could tell you what the other dark powers are, but they all kind of sucked. You know, there was the one you could turn a guy into an ally. There was the one that gave you extra armor. Yeah, who wants fucking extra temporary armor? That's stupid. Yeah, no, the final one that was like a level clear, like an area clear, was
For
the
the
only
dark
one.
side powers.
Yeah, the final one, the dark side powers. That was the only one worth a damn. And I did use it at the end of the game, but you know, I saved it for a large group of enemies, and I only got to use it a handful of times, if I remember correctly. So
yeah. And to be clear from my side, what the first light side power is, I forget what they call it, but it's
silver bullet.
Silver bullet. So basically what it does is for a limited amount of time, your gun doesn't consume ammo, and you don't need to reload. So basically it takes... The gun I used it for a lot was the Redeemer, the undead revolver.
Yeah.
Where it basically turned it into a fucking machine gun.
Yeah.
Until the power was done, and you didn't have to reload it. I mowed through so many enemies with that gun. And even if your gun's empty, if you have the gun out and you activate the power, it won't reload the gun for you. Like, it won't create ammo, but it'll let you shoot the gun infinitely until the power is up.
Yeah.
Which was super useful.
I mean,
that being said...
In a game where you can only carry 2 guns at a time,
that
sounds
dynamite,
like...
Yeah.
Yes, it does sound like a very super useful ability. I actually did play a little bit just now, because Nathan was like, no, you should get a feel for it. So I started a new game real quick. Played up till I got to the silver bullets, and then played a little bit past that, get a feel for it, and I do agree, it is a super useful power. If we'd actually, ironically, had gone with the light side in our playthrough, I think I would have maybe a slightly different opinion on the powers. But I mean, even still, the problem with the game, I don't think, is just the powers, right? The problem with the game is everything else around it as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I brought up in the last ranking, you know, the lack of customization ability in the menus for subtitles, as well as controller inputs and sensitivity. Because I have that, I was playing that bitch on max 10, and I still feel like I was fucking, you know, aiming slow. And maybe that's just my fault for being a more modern gamer and using a more high sensitivity usually. But I don't know, it really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. They didn't have any way to really go in there and actually change things around to make more sense for me. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, so if you want to watch this is one of the last games that we did a full playthrough of.
Yeah.
For the channel in a Let's Play style series. So if you want to check that out, feel free.
If you want to waste your time, we won't blame you. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really think a lot of my opinion has changed a whole... Well, actually, you know what? That's a lie. Because let's get into the ranking.
I think we should. And I think you should be talking about yours, because you were the one who said
this was my idea, yeah. So I kind of want to hear yours first. Because I want to
hear mine first.
I know where I want to put mine, but I want to hear yours first.
So there was a hot second after I played it where I
Today?
Where I just played today.
Okay.
After seeing what you're talking about, the silver bullets, I was like, okay, so this is the first power actually is pretty decent. This might have made me more aware of the powers in the game and actually utilize them to a greater extent through later in the game. And so then I looked at the list, I'm like, okay, well, given that new insight, do I think it should move? And if I do, where should it move to? And I'll be honest with you, I considered for maybe less than 30 seconds putting it just above black.
Okay.
But I'm not going to move it at all. It stays exactly where the fuck it is. The only reason it doesn't move above black is, like I said before, lack of customization ability and lack of story and character to give a fucking singular shit about. As much as I don't enjoy black, at least black has like interesting cutscenes with like live
espionage
like
shit.
Something. It's got something going on. Darkwatch has nothing going on. Darkwatch is just one of those, hey, we're gonna plead by the nose through a couple areas, then we'll give you the illusion of choice later in the game, and then you're just going to finish the game and not feel resolved with anything that's happened or feel like you've really done anything, to be honest with you. I mean, they bring up this big conflict with, like, the big bad Lazarus or whatever, the son of the devil and all this and that. And it's like, he's hardly even in the fucking game. And when he is there, he's fucking pathetic. He's fucking stupid. He runs away several times talking about our destinies are intertwined and shit. And then he shows up and mocks us with his voice sometimes. Like, he's hardly in it. The only other character I liked was Cassidy, and she dies in the fucking first mission. That bitch is dead. I literally, it was so funny. I asked Nathan when I was playing, I was like, so do you actually like save her? Like, you should come back to life in the light ending? And he's like, dude, I couldn't fucking tell you. That shows you how much fucking we care about any of these characters or any of their plights, right? I mean, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna stay exactly where it is on my list. I think I had a pretty good grasp of the game the first time I ranked it.
Yeah. So you're leaving it at your number 17.
It is low, and I think deservedly so.
Then I'm not going to fuck with your list at all. So here's mine. Right now, I have Darkwatch at my number 6 out of 20 games that we've played and ranked so far.
Yeah.
We're dropping Darkwatch. We're dropping Darkwatch quite a bit.
Okay. What are you thinking, champ?
I think I need to get that burp out before I keep talking into the mic. So, again, we're leaving that in. So, we're dropping Darkwatch all the way down below Agent Under Fire.
Okay, not as steep of a drop as I was expecting, to be honest with you.
Because I still think there's a... Even though the back end falls off an insane amount, the multiplayer is passable at best. There's fun to be had in this game. I do not think this is a bad game, but I think it just... There's so much potential there with the concept, and the controls, at least for me, were tight and responsive on the Xbox, and I enjoyed controlling it.
Well, you see, this is the problem I have with this kind of game, right? Like, if you want to talk about enjoying a game for mechanical purposes, right? The same way that people enjoy, like, Mario, for example, right?
Yeah.
No one plays Mario for the story. They play it because they enjoy the mechanics, they enjoy the way it feels.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to hear that argument if this wasn't just a fucking generic clone. They did nothing new except for the powers, and the powers were lackluster, in my opinion. I mean, if I wanted a good mechanically controlling shooter, I'd go play Halo. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
This offered nothing in the way that I thought was satisfying. Even though, like, yeah, it's got a decent foundation for its mechanical satisfaction, but it doesn't do anything to really move past that for me. And like I said, with no story and no character to give a singular shit about,
No, I agree.
It's just, like I said, to me, it just feels like a pale clone of a lot of the shooters that are coming out during the Xbox and PS2 era, right? It was just another one in a lot.
Yeah, so that being said, I actually think I might drop it one more.
You want to put it underneath Flintstones?
I think so, because,
Okay.
we're gonna manually move it as we're talking.
If you wanted to do that, you could have just asked me to vamp. Vamp!
No, you're good. So that's going to move Darkwatch down from my number 6 down to my new number 11. I still would rather play Darkwatch than Mario if you gave me the choice. And again, none of these are bad games. Like, I'm looking at my list. I don't think we've ranked... I've talked negative. I tend to bring up the negatives.
Yeah.
But
well,
the reason I do that...
We're being critical.
Yes, at some point, games cost money. And if for whatever reason, if one person finds our shit and is like, man, he's talking all about a bunch of the good things. I'm like, I want to counterbalance the good things. Which, whatever. We can talk about that psychologically later. But I do tend to gravitate towards the negative. I enjoy all the games we have on this list.
I did not regret playing any of these games.
Yeah. So, Darkwatch is the new number 11. It's literally at the middle of the pack. And the reason it's edging out Flintstones for me...
Gross.
There's something that... It's hard to fuck up a platformer. Certainly people have.
I disagree. I don't know how you fuck up a platformer. Did you watch our Flintstones episode?
No one watched our Flintstones episode.
Barney on the bars? No thank you, okay? I don't need any of that shit.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
I'm just saying, I mean, you know me, I'm not a platformer. So having a platformer that isn't intuitive is a terrible idea for someone who doesn't have a platform.
Yeah. So, we're doing the rambling now, which usually means it's time to cut this bit. So, yeah. And, well, let me tell you why. I'm dropping it below all these other games. Because I'm sitting there like, if we're taking multiplayer into account and trying to, like, get more of a complete package of what the game is now. Like if Xbox Live was still active, or this game still had the servers up, maybe my mind would change. But I can't do that anymore. I have to rank the game based off what it is right now.
Yeah.
I would rather play Sonic the Fighters. I'd rather play Killer Instinct for the Xbox One. Red Dead Revolver's multiplayer. had some depth to it.
It's fun. I enjoy it a lot.
You unlock characters.
Yeah.
Each character has different abilities. There's like the poker card system, which is neat.
And on top of that, the fact that Red Dead Revolver actually has AI in it, meaning that you can actually play the multiplayer by yourself.
Exactly.
That's something that not a lot of games had, and I definitely appreciate it back when I had a PS2
100%.
and was a kid.
And then the reason it's going under Agent Under Fire is a very straightforward first-person shooter. It's got some espionage bullshit layer James Bond stuff to it.
Okay.
But it doesn't get... It controls tightly. Some of the auto-aim shit's a little wonky for me, but I would rather have... God damn it. I am talking over myself.
Yeah.
Constantly.
But no, Agent Under Fire is my number 2 on my list. So, you can suck that game's dick all day, and I'll fucking join you. I'll get to the taint, all right?
Like I said, the single player... I have beaten Agent Under Fire before on the GameCube, but the single player is just good enough to where if you're a kid and it's the only game you got, you're going to play through it.
It had enough replayability for me, even as a kid and even today, where it's like, this keeps me reasonably engaged. Okay, yeah, no, I like this. And like the hidden James Bond moments. I don't know why we're ending up talking about other games during our Darkwatch.
Well, I'm justifying the position of my Darkwatch.
Which is fair.
So, and then under Flintstones, I think Flintstones has a certain level of charm to it. Is it a $1,000 plus game? Fuck no. But if you can find a way to play it other ways, I think you should.
I don't think you should. You should just leave that one on the proverbial shelf.
I forgot Flintstones just bottom.
It is my... Like I said, I don't regret having played it. It was an interesting play for like the 5 minutes
and
that I played it.
We may go back to it again at some point.
We might. I am not looking forward to that day, because I'm sure it will be stupid and miserable, much like I will be on that day. But,
I think we've said all we need to say about Darkwatch.
I think so.
Just for the fun of it.
Oh.
Because Barbie Mystery Cruise is on the bottom of my list because we're still trying to figure out audio. One day we'll be good at this, I swear.
Yeah, figuring out how to be able to listen to game audio while we stream.
I have an idea of it.
Okay.
Well, let's not give away.
Hey, it's a mystery.
But no. So Barbie was standing because I haven't actually... The reason it's at the bottom is because I haven't really ranked it, and I had to put it somewhere.
Dude, it's still hype for me. Like, if you were to say tomorrow, like 5 minutes from like, hey, I'm changing my mind, we're going to stream Barbie, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's get in it.
Again, to stop being long-winded, and the point I was trying to get to, I don't think I have a bad game on this list.
No. Well...
Barbie, maybe.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I enjoy playing all these games. Where would you say the bad games start on your list?
Bad's a strong term, but I would say Black Down are games where like I would not pick up on my own to play. Like
you would pick up Rule of Rose on your own.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like if I had a copy of Rule of Rose in my house, I might be like, oh, let me fuck around with it, mate, because we missed some things and there were some things we could. Like...
I want to try to unlock some of those. Like we're getting a copy of Rule of Rose. No, I'm not. I don't care how.
I'm just saying, okay, Rule of Rose, I wouldn't mind going back and playing and fucking around with some more.
If we go back to it, we're getting a physical copy, because I'm not putting all that effort into an emulated shit just to lose it.
Fair enough.
Even if it's disc only and we got to pay $500, we're getting a copy.
But yeah, no, because I have a copy of Black at my house that I never play.
No, you don't. It's in my closet.
I have my copy of Black in your closet. Yeah, okay. But yeah, Black, Darkwatch, The Chess Master, Super Mario Kart, and Flintstones Dinosaur Peak are all games where I'm like, if you were to say we're going to play it, I'd be like, sure, but I'd never be like, hey man, I want to play this game, or I'm having a craving for this game, or I feel like this is the mood I'm in. None of those games strike anywhere near my radar.
Okay, well, fair enough. So I have no idea when this episode's actually coming out, because we're going to switch to a week delay from recording to when a video comes out. To give me more time to, like, make it good.
Who knows? Maybe you'll actually start making them good.
I'm hoping after a year and a half. But no, we're recording this on November 4th, right before our N64 live stream that you will have seen, hopefully.
If you're a fan, real fans are going to be there. Don't be let... Wait, no, this is...
Don't be let... Wait, back.
Wait, this is going to happen 2 weeks later. Fuck. It's too late to notify you about the stream that already happened. Damn it.
Well, there you have it, folks. All right, bye.